Still not sure how I fit all this in here. After all, it literally shouldn't be physically possible. Oh, hey kids! I see you didn't use the front door again. You really gotta work on that. Looks like you caught me just as I was finishing packing one of your presents this year. Lucky me, huh? Now that the holiday season is here, I bet you kids need a lot of advice. Luckily, I'm just the dad for the job. The dadliest catch, if you will. So without further ado, let's get into these questions. Dad, what holiday is the one true holiday? Is it Christmas? Or is it Hanukkah? Or something else entirely? Well, kiddo, I'm gonna have to go with something else entirely. You see, as the ultimate dad, I always know what's best for my children. And what's best for my children isn't Christmas. It's not even Hanukkah. No, I've decided to draw from all of these lesser holidays and create something infinitely more powerful. Because this year, children, we will be celebrating the first ever Kwanukkastmas. That's right, the war on Christmas was lost. Kwanukkastmas won. Dad, where's Mom? I thought you said she was coming home for Christmas. Did I say that? Doesn't sound like something I would have said. Well, if I did say it, I guess it's a good thing Christmas no longer exists. Huh, champ? Hey, Dad, can you teach us how to wrap presents? What can I say, champ? Perfect timing. All right, kiddo. There's a couple things you should keep in mind when you're preparing to wrap a present. First of all, it's always better to cut out more wrapping paper than you need than less wrapping paper than you need. So I'll just keep this going for a while. And, whoop. That should be enough. Then once you've got plenty of wrapping paper, you just want to put the box on top of it. Please cooperate. Then the next step, you want to bring up one of the sides. And, oh, that's okay. We'll just tape over that. And then you just want to bring up the other side and hopefully that stays there. Then you want to bring up the, oh. Well, you see, this is why it's good to have more than enough wrapping paper because you have room to make mistakes. I don't need that anymore. So this is the tricky part because then you want to bring up this side and then you just slap a bow on there and you're done. I guess I make it look pretty easy, huh? When would be the appropriate time to set up the family Christmas tree, Dad? You know, that's a good question, kiddo, and I'm gonna have to say never. Never is a good time to set up the Christmas tree. We're a Kwanukkastmas family, bucko. But I know what you meant. You meant the Kwanukkastmas tree. And for that one, I'd have to say sometime after you spin the candles, but before you light the dreidel. So I would say roughly 3 weeks in advance. Dad, why is there loud noises coming from my parents' room? Oh, you must be talking about your lesser parents. Gotcha. And don't worry, as your greater parent, I won't be offended that you have lesser parents. But to answer your question, frankly, I don't know. Well, I guess it is the holiday season. Maybe they're just wrapping some presents for you, kiddo. As I just demonstrated, wrapping presents can be a pretty noisy ordeal. Now, I'm not saying I condone this behavior, but a little peek never hurt anyone, right? I'd say wait until you hear him being real loud because that probably means they're wrapping a real big present. And then just take a little peek at that big sucker. But you didn't hear that from me, kiddo. Dad, I'm Jewish and feel annoyed at all the Christmas. What do you suggest I do? Well, I'd say celebrate, now that the beast known as Christmas has been defeated. Alternatively, you could mourn because Hanukkah was also defeated. How do I deal with my homophobic grandparents when I'm a lesbian? Well, that's a tough one. Unfortunately, when the holidays bring us all together, it sometimes forces us to interact with less than ideal family members. Sometimes we're forced to interact with not so great parents, grand or not. Luckily, you won't be interacting with grandparents necessarily, just some old people who happen to be some pretty serious bigots. That's right, as the ultimate dad, I am revoking their parent status. And the punishment for sullying the good name of parent is pretty severe. They're going to time out. Hey, Dad. What do you want for Kwanukkastmas? Come on, kids. Kids, you don't have to worry about getting me anything. I already have my Kwanukkastmas gift. It's all of you. And this universe. Hey, Dad. Is Santa real? Well, kiddo, I think it's about time you and me had a talk. You were gonna find this out one way or another, so it's best if I just come right out and tell you. Yes, Santa is real. but he's also dead. What can I say? When making the ultimate holiday, some things just didn't make the cut. But you'll be happy to know that all of his elves are safe and freed from his slave labor. And now Santa's in timeout. Well, kids, I gotta say, giving you all this Dadvice has really put me in the holiday spirit. Don't you just love this time of year? Alright, you kids run along, your old man's got a bit more work to do. After all, I still got about 10,327,297,641 lights to hang around the house. What can I say? Gotta have the best Kwanukkastmas decorations, right? Move.